I got just a quick video today talking about the power rankings that came out for EA Sports College Football 25. So this is just the top 25 rankings. We knew this was coming out today. Yesterday we got the defenses. On Tuesday, I believe it was, we got the offenses. And today is just the top 25 highest rated teams in College Football 25. So just like the offensive and defensive ratings, some of these teams are a little questionable on this list, but that was predictable after we saw those previous other ratings. So all things considered, I really don't think this list is that bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse after seeing the offensive and defensive ratings, but it's not that bad. There are some questionable things, like I said, but let's go ahead and take a look at the top 10. Now remember, these are subject to change. I doubt they change before launch. I guess we'll see. But right now, these are the top 10 rated teams in College Football 25. We have Georgia 95 overall, that's the highest. Ohio State 93 overall, Oregon 93, Alabama 92, Texas 92, Clemson 90, Notre Dame 90, LSU 90, Penn State 88, and Utah 88. I would probably say like Notre Dame, LSU, maybe Utah are a little overrated, but it's not terrible, especially when comparing it with the offensive and defensive ratings. I think those had a lot bigger issues than this list. So let's go ahead and take a look at 11 through 25. So the rest is Michigan, Florida State, Miami, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Colorado, Oklahoma, Wisconsin, USC, Virginia Tech, NC State, Kansas, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and Iowa, rounding out the top 25. So all of these teams are either 88 overall or 87 overall. So I guess it's possible a lot of the teams you think are snubbed are right around these teams as well, like 85, 86 overall. So maybe there's not a huge difference. But in my opinion, Missouri and Tennessee both have to be top 25. I think those are clearly two top 25 teams heading into this year's season. Colorado is the 16th highest rated team. They do not deserve that. I know there's so much hype surrounding them. We already talked about it last video too. They should not be in the top 25. They honestly probably shouldn't be in the top like 45, but they're getting a lot of hype, getting a lot of clicks. I talked about in last video, maybe that's a marketing tactic from EA to get people talking about the game. But either way, they have them 87 overall, the 16th best team in College Football 25. I also think Miami and Texas A&M are both severely overrated. Miami sneaking into the top 25, I don't hate if you had them much lower than this, around like 22, 23. But I think 13 is definitely way too high. A&M should not be in the top 25. I know on paper the past like 5 years they've been a really good team, but on the actual playing field they have not been a very good team. I don't think they should be in the top 25 by any means. And then I saw some people saying Michigan is too low, they should be higher. I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, as we've talked about, they're losing a ton of talent. They're losing Harbaugh. I think 11 is fine. I think that's completely acceptable. Ole Miss is another team. I saw a lot of people saying this should be higher, and I do agree with that one. I think they're borderline top 10. I think they should be higher than 15. But again, that's not a huge deal. I think these overall top 25 ratings are not terrible. Again, especially compared to the offensive and defensive ratings. I think those were a lot worse, and because of that, I was expecting a lot worse for this. But this turned out to not be that bad. I only have a few complaints. Overall, it could be a lot worse. And at the end of the day, if you're playing Dynasty, it doesn't matter that much because after a few years into your Dynasty season, all these ratings are going to be completely different. And who knows, maybe these will be adjusted by the time the game comes out. So we'll have to see. I can't wait. They did announce officially that next week is the Dynasty Deep Dive. It says we'll explore the ins and outs of the mode, recruiting, and more. So that's what we've been waiting for, is that Dynasty Deep Dive, and that's the most anticipated game mode, the biggest game mode for this game. I can't wait to see the recruiting and the transfer portal, the college football playoff, like all of it. I think it's going to be so in-depth and immersive. I think this video, the deep dive video, is going to be like over 5 minutes. I've heard from Eric Rayweather in one of his videos that the blog post is like 70 pages long, so it's going to take like forever to go through. Probably going to be like a 30-minute breakdown video or something crazy. We might split it up into multiple parts, but that's going to be super awesome. I cannot wait. Follow me on Instagram at BringNCAA I post everything there first. Also follow me on Twitter. It's the same username as the YouTube, just Tubby Light, and then subscribe here as well if you are enjoying the content.